What is up, my Ramilia? Thank you for coming in. I was messing with the slides to get my show together, and it's a pain in the butt trying to set these slides up. So I said, forget it. Let me get in my show, get my show going. It shouldn't be so hard to set up with StreamYard. It doesn't make any sense. I just want to show some slides, and I'm trying to go into Google Documents and Google Slides rather, and set it up. And what a pain in the butt! They really got to come up with something else, because I just wanted to on this Matthew Stafford thing with them not giving him any love. It's ridiculous. So I was trying to finagle a different way so I can just set it up. So I said, you know what, let me just go on. We can still talk about it without the slides. I'll figure out something in the meanwhile. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about my guy Matthew Stafford. But before we get to that, so there's rumors that Seattle might want to get Jimmy G. Wow. For me as a Rams fan, and I don't have any skin in the game except for I love watching the Niners lose, whoever they play, because I don't like the Niners. I would love must-see TV for us Ram fans is Jimmy G with the Seahawks playing in Seattle versus Trey Lance and the Niners. That would be amazing. That would be must-see TV. So there's a few rumors on we don't know if we can believe it though, because John Lynch has fibbed allegedly. He had 2 second-round picks that was supposed to be for Jimmy G, and then those went away. So who's to believe? But us Ram fans, where all we do is just sit back and wait for the season. Our guys, our organization doesn't have any drama. We don't have any rumors coming out of our camp. But except for the OBJ stuff, he might be signed soon. He might not. The Rams say they want him. OBJ says he wants to come. That's about it. But amazing. So let's get into it. What's up, One Cali Ram? What's up, brother? He says, "What's up, my brother? Horns up." That's right, baby. Horns up, baby. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Michael Kinsey says, "Hey, Ramilia, how's life treating you so far? Go Rams. The life is good, man. Thank you so much. I hope everything's going good on your side." And let me put my screen down so you can see my Glock 9 Matthew Stafford jersey a little better. But yeah, thank you, brother. Jay Money says, "Whose house? The Rams' house, the champ's house." And there's my guy, Damian Lee. What's up, Rudy? What's up, Damian? Thank you for coming in, brother. Appreciate it. God bless you and your Niners. Damian Lee's a good guy. He's a Niner fan. He comes in and shows love. We'll see what happens this year with our teams, but he's a good guy. Michael Kennedy says, non-Ram related. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Zach Wilson is the biggest news the NFL has been in months in a somewhat cougarish way. That's hilarious. That's awesome. Monster says, "Good evening to all the Ramilia family." Yes, Monster, thank you, brother, for coming in. Appreciate it, brother. I appreciate it. I was working on my slides, so I was going to come on. I'm going to be on time, right? And how hard is it to do Google Slides? But whatever, we'll figure that out. Damian Lee says, they can have Jimmy if you combine the Rams. If you combine the Rams and Seahawks and even the Cardinals, the Niners still have more titles. Well, they have more titles, but not this Niner regime. This Niner regime can't say anything about it except for that the Yorks are related to Eddie DeBartolo Jr. The Rams regime is directly involved in this last Super Bowl. So that's one thing that we can say. Past championships, that's like saying, oh, well, the Lakers, they're in turmoil right now. Jerry West is gone. Dr. Buss is deceased. They're the same franchise. No, they're not right now. But either are the Niners. It's been 27 long, cold years. But we'll see what happens. We've had our, Jeff Fisher years. Gil, what's up, brother? He says, "Hey, Rudy, cool glasses emoji. Awesome. There's my guy Jim Foster. Hey, Ramilia, what's up, my brother? Rambo was at it again with the disrespect. He said the Rams are the fluke and they would have beaten Rams easily if Garoppolo was healthy. LOL. He's a roach. Well, I kind of figured Rombo out. I went on his show last night because they were kind of giving my guy a little disrespect. On one hand, Rombo says that the Kansas City Chiefs organization is all about winning. Mind you, they have the same amount of Super Bowls as we do, and recently with Mahomes won recently, and they're you don't have to worry about them. They're always do the right thing. And here we are, just beat them in the NFC Championship game. Whatever excuses you have, won the Super Bowl with a depleted roster. OBJ went down, third string tight end. Matthew Stafford did his magic no-look legendary pass. We're always Gray Gaines was a 4th round pick. Nick Scott, the Debo killer, was a 7th round pick. On and on and on. All we do is win. All we do is win. All we do, that song. We have 5 straight winning seasons with McVay there. Does he give us any love? No. Do we expect it? No. Would we give him any love either? No. So I don't care. He knows. Yeah, it burns him up. So that's why he does it. So once in a while I have to come in and correct him. I had to remind him that Matthew Stafford has more touchdown passing yards and more touchdowns and more passing yards in his career, and he's still going, than both Joe Montana and Steve Young. And he already has the same amount of Super Bowl wins as Steve Young did as a starter, and he didn't have a running game last year because Akers was hurt, and he was only 4 interceptions off the pace of Joe Montana's best year, which was 31 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. He had 41 touchdowns and 17 interceptions because we didn't have a run game. They had Roger Craig, and I only mentioned those players because he's a 49er fan, so I put it in a light that he can understand. And so he kind of reluctantly, but we don't care. We have the chip, but that's what he's about, Jim. Don't let it bother you. It's kind of a minor irritation. Now I kind of like to go in there and let them know what's really going on. But yeah. Michael Kinsey says the biggest mistake the Niners had is selling the team to the Yorks. Yeah, so the Eddie DeBartolo fiasco. I posted this on Grant Cohn. I think was it Grant Cohn? Eddie DeBartolo Jr. was a great winning owner. He was a player's owner. If you get the results, that's all that counts. But while he was in charge of the Niners, they were the highest fined franchise in NFL history. $1 million for conduct detrimental to NFL ownership. They lost draft picks and were fined $400,000. Him and Carmen Policy, former GM of the Niners, $400,000 for cap salary violations in '97 and 2000. And then another $500,000 for other violations detrimental to the NFL policy. And then eventually he got allegedly arrested for some kind of racketeering thing with a political figure, and allegedly, and so he ended up losing his team, and then his sister took over, and so he can never be ever again involved in ownership of a NFL team again. So I always like to, we have 5 Super Bowls, the Niners. Yeah, but your owner, the best owner you ever had, can never own a team again. You're left with the Yorks. And plus he's banned from football. So there you go. I always have to find the Rams silver lining in anything that has to do with the Niners, even if it's a good thing for them. Rams Nation, what's up, brother? But I agree with you, Michael. Rams Nation says, what's up, my dude? How are you doing? I'm doing good, brother. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Jay Money says, they keeping Jimmy G. They love him over there. Yeah, man. I can understand for a little bit because Kyle Shanahan is 8-27 without Jimmy Garoppolo, believe it or not. I don't know if he's got a lucky charm in his pocket or what, but he has played okay for them. But Kyle Shanahan hasn't been able to win with any other quarterbacks. And it's not that Jimmy Garoppolo is a Pro Bowl quarterback. He's a decent starter. It's in some games, but he also has a bad injury problem. But he's 8-27 is Kyle Shanahan when Jimmy Garoppolo is not the starter. Amazing. amazing. And they have a young and experienced QB, and their offensive line has challenges. It's going to be very interesting, and that's probably why they want to keep the safety net with Jimmy G. But it's going to cost them $25 million. They've already paid him over $82 million. I think it's something like 100 and some odd. I don't have the numbers exactly in front of me, but over 100 and some million dollars that he turned 5 meaningless games at the end of 2017 season when they were 1-10. He won all 5. Everybody else was just mailing it in. And he played pretty good, but he made those 5 games his lottery ticket to the Niners. They signed him the next year to a $120 million contract. Hilarious. And then he cost him the NFC Championship game, and he cost him the Super Bowl possibly. But it's not a one-man game, but he could have made some plays in there to help him, but he's not that kind of guy, unfortunately for them. Angel, what's up, brother? He says, let's go Rams. Yes, that's right, baby. Let's go Rams. Let's run it back. One Cali Ram says, glory days. Damien, Niners come out to play. Come out and play. Eduardo Mendoza, what's up, brother? He said, hey, Rudy, what's up? What do you think about people disrespecting Jalen Ramsey? One scout said he's overrated. He's going to be a failure in the future. The hate is real. F those haters. Yeah, F the haters. Yeah, so listen, it's a minor irritation to me. I don't like it either, but that just goes with the territory. A lot of these writers and media people are Cowboys and Patriots and Niner fans. Just remember that. They don't give the Rams a lot of love. They look at the Rams as being the snobby, rich owner that comes in 5 years. They think they know what they're doing. They don't like it. The Rams get all these high-priced talent, and all they do is win. They just won a Super Bowl. They could have almost won another Super Bowl in 2018, holding Tom Brady to 3 points into the fourth quarter. Well, there's no reason why we shouldn't have won that game, but I'll let that go. So just remember that when you hear them, because a lot of them, that's one reason. But also too, Matthew Stafford, that was the part of my show today. Do you guys think, and I think you guys agree with me, that Matthew Stafford's not getting the love that he deserves? Because he's been a great quarterback. He just hasn't been on a great team. Year 1 with McVay and the Rams and all these injuries throughout the season into the Super Bowl, he made the plays. This is why we got him. We got him to make these plays when things break down, and he came through. So Matthew Stafford is a top 5 quarterback in my opinion, because he's the only quarterback last year that was the Super Bowl champion. Aaron Rodgers wasn't. Tom Brady wasn't. He took down Tom Brady. Dak Prescott, I love Josh Allen, but he wasn't Super Bowl champion. He lost to Mahomes. The Mahomes didn't even make it to the Super Bowl again. So they attend, and that's why I asked that question. Is the media not giving basically, in my words, Matthew Stafford the respect that he deserves? I believe he is. The same thing with Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is a top 3 cornerback, possibly the best cornerback in the league. And last year, I don't know if you guys caught some of you guys didn't were on my last stream live. There was reports that Jalen Ramsey had 2 jacked up shoulders in the playoffs. One of them needed to be surgically repaired. So he's playing injured. Did he complain? Did he make that an excuse? No. And so he doesn't get credit for that in the media, but that did happen. He had surgery. He'll be ready for training camp. But Jalen Ramsey's a dog, and he's one of the best. I'm so glad that we have him. Imagine we didn't have him. So there you go. So yeah, Eduardo, F those haters. They don't know what they're talking about. Michael Kinsey says, how many days the Niners hadn't signed Deebo Samuel now? Was it forever? If so, prepare the contract holdouts. Yeah, that guy, Grant Cohn, I'm losing my voice. Grant Cohn cracks me up because, he does a lot of stuff to get, people around dandied up on the 49ers side, and I like it. So I'm on with it. But he's on day 126, and Jimmy Garoppolo is still with the Niners, and then he'll go away. He just has a quick, and it's hilarious. Excuse me. Flat. But yeah, so but yeah, man, I mean, look at us. We extended Donald. At the end of the second year, we can figure out if we want to give him another contract. By then he might be really beat up and we might just part ways. I don't want that day to come. But by then we get some heads up. We can possibly draft some players. Look, we got a great Gaines, but Donald's the machine, the motor that makes the machine run. But we gave Cooper Kupp his money. We brought in Allen Robinson. We have money earmarked for OBJ if that comes to fruition. If not, we might just spend on. I hear rumblings about trying to get the Washington Redskins defensive end if he comes available, but we'll see. But yeah, this is why I don't make fun of them over there, because they a lot of stuff they should have got Nick Bosa's contract out of the way a year ago, so that way what's coming up. He's one of the good players, but at that time, really, I can see a little bit he has injury problems. So, but now for both those players, the sky is the limit now. Amazing. But yeah, they have their problems, and they have like 10 key contracts expiring next year. They're going to lose a lot of players. They might lose that other linebacker Shire because his contract is up and he's going to want money. So real money. So this might be their best chance in the next few years, because they're going to lose players. They're not going to be as strong as they are. That's why they're drafting defensive player after defensive player, because they know it's coming. They're hoping that it turns out. So we'll see. Gil, what's up, brother? He says, answer to bad SoFi food is to bring in popular LA restaurants like Trails Tacos. Allegiant brought in their Vegas restaurants. That's a good thing. Gil's talking about the last stream I had last night. We were talking about the horrible SoFi Stadium food. I haven't tried it yet because I always eat in the tailgates and eat after. I just eat like nachos and bring peanuts, snacks, trail mixes, because I don't want to stay in the long lines. I was looking forward to trying the pizza, but you guys said it was no good. But yeah, so we were like, that's horrible that the SoFi Stadium has horrible food. No excuse for that. Yeah, but they need to do that. That's exactly right, Gil. There's my guy, Grinder12. You posted it on Rich Eisen. Richie Eisen. I love Rich Eisen. What do you mean I posted on Rich Eisen? Eduardo Mendoza says, true, and Danny Trejo is a diehard Ram fan. That's right. I want that Danny Trejo food over there. There's some stuff that's really good. I really like it. Angel, what's up, brother? He said, what's up, Rudy? I'm doing good, brother. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. Angel. Granger Trump says, Ora Vato, what's happening? What's new with the Ramilia and Vatos Locos forever? Say it. Ramulators, mount up. Vatos Locos forever. Blood in, blood out movie. Michael Kinsey says the NFL is still underestimating the Rams, which is still a good thing for the team to win more Super Bowl championships. That's exactly right. It's a little irritation because you want the media to give us love. Give us some love, but we don't care. Put more chips on our shoulder. All we do is win. I'd rather have it this way, where we're returning Super Bowl champions, 5 straight winning seasons, and then to be like the Cowboys, who always have all this hype and the media is always kissing their ass and they don't do anything, since 93, I think it was, or not, something like that. So, but if I had to pick, that's what I would do. Mod Squad 357, what's up, brother? Thank you for coming in. Are you excited to see what Bobby Wagner will bring to this defense? MLB has been a weakness of our, the middle linebacker has been a weakness of ours for years. Yes, I'm excited because he's going to bring another kind of wrinkle to our defense with Von Miller not there. We could always find a decent pass rusher. We have Hollins in there. We have Ernest. His name. We have a couple of guys that can fill in. Sorry, his name. It'll come to me. We a middle linebacker has been bad, and then we have Ernest Jones, a young guy that can learn from Wagner. Ernest Jones is an athletic player, determined player, high motor. Bobby Wagner's going to teach this guy. It's going to pay dividends the next coming years, but I'm excited because Bobby Wagner working behind and in between Ramsey and Donald, I mean, he's going to be amazing. And I know that he's not prime Bobby Wagner, but either was Von Miller. Von Miller doesn't need to be prime, either does Bobby Wagner, because what we have up front and in the secondary, all he needs to be is healthy and ready to go for the big games and into the playoffs. That's basically why we got him. But yes, I'm very excited. It's going to be amazing. Troy Reeder was not a middle linebacker, but he was a serviceable guy, but he was always in the out of spot because that's not his position. And so Debo plays or those inside runs are not going to be gimme plays anymore for other teams against us. But that's a great point, Mom Scrub. Thank you for coming in. If you guys are haven't hit the like and subscribe button, guys, so we can be here more often. I can get more traction on people finding my channel. And I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much. I always forget about that. So let me get that out of the way now. Monster says, let the haters hate while our Rams keep winning championships. That's right, man. That's exactly right. I want to get another one this year. Jim Foster says, Ramsey plays a lot of man-to-man on an island. Richard Sherman played in a 2 deep zone with help over the top, so he could take chances. Hard to get stats when teams avoid his direction. That's right. And also, too, with Raheem Morris, he was on my ass list a few times last year, but, they have to learn each other. It's a learning curve. It's a tough position, and he was playing banged up in the playoffs. So, but yeah, but imagine us without Jalen Ramsey, right? So, no, he doesn't get his attention. A lot of players don't, but he's a Super Bowl champion, and all those other players I say are better than him is not. So yeah, exactly right. Great talk, great answer, Jim. There, post there. Jose, what's up, brother? He says, "What's your prediction for the Rams' record this upcoming season?" That's a great question. So my answer is this: starting off with the Bills. Starting off with the Bills game, that's going to be a tough game. If we break even or win most of those tough games, I can see us going. Let's see, 17 games. I want to say 12-5. 12-5 if everything goes pretty good, because I expect our offensive line to be pretty good, but it's going to gel towards the middle and end of the season. If we have a running game, we could hit that, or even maybe a game or two better. If we struggle a little bit because of our offensive line or whatever reason, if we have injuries, knock on wood, I can see us going 11-6. But I'm right around 12-5 if everything goes grand. Injuries are held to a minimum. I can see us going 13-4. If we do better than that, I'll take it. Granger 12 says, let's see here. I also heard the Rams are in line with that with California snobby attitude, the better than you attitude. Everyone else is beneath them. That is why one fan said lamb chop play along with Sherry Lewis. No, we haven't. We all fans have that, I guess, in them, but we're Super Bowl champions. We mostly act out because they try not to give us love in the media outlets, and this is what my guy was saying. But yeah, plus we like to rub it into our rivals too. Who's the Super Bowl champ? But yeah, I don't think if anything, we're not like the Cowboys fans or the Niners fans who haven't won in a long time, and they act like they just won the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Angel says, this is what I have to say about other teams. If they want some, they have to come get some at SoFi. That's exactly right. We fear nobody. We have the team to beat anybody, with all the challenges that we had last year, all the injuries in the championship game and Super Bowl, down to our third string tight end. OBJ got hurt. We couldn't run the ball because Akers was a shot of himself. If we can win like that, with a better running game and healthier players down the stretch, we can win again, and we have the team again to do it. So I'm very confident. I'm not being arrogant, but I'm very confident. This team was built to win the Super Bowl, and all we did was add to it. There's some guys departed like Big Witt and Von Miller, and Darius Williams, but Darius Williams was the same player he was. Von Miller was a great player. He helped play dividends, but don't get me wrong, he's a great player still, but he's not prime Von Miller. He was working off of the monster, Aaron Donald. And then Greg Gaines was having a hell of a year. So was Ashawn Robinson having the best year of his career. And so they were doing a lot of the work. And then you have Leonard Floyd on the other side. He got paid because of that roster that we have. Nothing against him. He's still a great player. I would love to have him back. But we have a lot going on in that line, and that helped him. So it helped him get paid too. So, Bobby Wagner is going to be amazing. Alan Robinson is going to be an amazing addition. I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, Michael Kenzie says if Deebo Samuel is with the Rams in the near future, wishful thinking, we'll be laughing hard than that. That could be a possibility, because if he goes to another team and it doesn't work out because there's no Kyle Shanahan over there and he might get frustrated, it can be a situation where he gets freed up down the road. That would be hilarious. But yeah, exactly. I was thinking around that too, Michael. Grander 12 says, Rudy just saw a Broncos YouTuber, and if they were talking about how Bradley Chubb, outside linebacker, is holding out, can you imagine if the Rams would try to get him? Yeah, you never know with Les Snead. I think we need yeah, that would be something else. You never know. It's almost like Christmas with Les Snead. We need something. We're kind of like the baseball teams, like the Dodgers. We're halfway through the season. What do we need? We need to get over the hump. Let's get this guy. That's what Leslie did for us last year, and it was amazing. Granger Schwab says, Rudy, you said you didn't remember where you posted Rich Eisen. Oh, Rich Eisen forgets. Eduardo says, if the Rams can't get OBJ, hopefully they can get Julio Jones. He's still a dog, but I don't know if the Rams are willing to get veterans. That's why they let Deshaun Jackson go. Well, that was also a thought that I had. I'd rather have OBJ, but you never know. If he's able to sign a 1-year deal to try and win a Super Bowl, you never know with Les Snead. I can see that happening. Eduardo says the Rams are just focused on young, talented wide receivers. Yeah, we got Tutu Atwell, Van Jefferson. Hopefully, he'll take another step towards becoming a good number 2, and show flashes of a number 1 receiver, because he has good pedigree with his father being in the NFL for years. Jacob Harris is a hybrid tight end, but could play big receiver. He's fast, 4'3", 6'5", 219-pound frame. Runs a 4.3 and then 4.38 40. Amazing. Grander 12 says Jimmy Garoppolo, Jimmy Cockapolo. Angel says, bye, Rudy. Have a good one, brother. Thank you for coming in, man. Appreciate it, brother. Come in some more so we can come in and chat it up, brother. Thank you for so much. Grander 12 says, Kaka, man, good at the regular season games, but not at the postseason. Yeah, he's kind of left a lot to be desired. Jim Fosh says, I think we go 13-4 to get home field advantage, and get the number 1 seed. That sounds good, man. If we start out pretty good, we can do that. I really believe that. Grander 12 says, Route 66, an absence of tears in the city of angels. Rams Nation says Seahawks and 49ers and Cardinals, we own those teams, and those fans are irrelevant, and those fans stay mad. Yeah, the Seahawks hate that we keep getting and Cards fans hate that we keep getting these free agents, and now we have Wagner. They're hating life right now. Matt Stafford is an elite level QB according to the former NFL lineman Uchi Neuronri and Justin Bullock in their lineman live stream earlier. Matthew Stafford has an all-time great arm, and he is an elite quarterback in today's football. He can throw any ball, seen any defense. Does he make the occasional mistakes? Sure he does. Did Terry Bradshaw? Sure he does. Does Tom Brady throw interceptions in big games? Sure he does. It is what it is, but I have them, right around top 5. These young kids, the Charger quarterback and Josh Allen, they're wonderful. They're great quarterbacks, but they're not Super Bowl champions. So I'd put them a peg below Stafford, but I understand how it works, But still, he's not getting the love mentioned. They should be saying the Super Bowl goes through LA, all these media guys. That's a great take, Michael. Eduardo says, non-Rams related, Rudy. Who's your LA soccer team, LA Galaxy or LAFC? You know what? I really don't follow soccer too much, but more familiar with the Galaxy from years ago. But to each one, I hear a lot of good things about LAFC, but the Galaxy has been here longer, right? I've heard some stuff about LA Galaxy, but that was years ago. I don't really follow soccer too much. I do. I'm Kings, Lakers, Rams, Dodgers, and who am I missing? USC Trojans. But yeah, the Galaxy probably because I know a little. I don't even know too much about either one. Maybe the Galaxy, but I see a lot of people wearing LAFC gear. Jim Fosh says, "Hey brother, what days will we be at the training camp? Hope I meet you. I'll be there for July 30th, season ticket holder day at training camp. I was hoping to add days, but right now it hasn't come to fruition. So I'll be there July 30th. Um, we'll see what happens if I can add some more days. Right now at work, they're giving us more hours, and so I gotta pay bills. I gotta take them. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, Thank you, man, for asking. I hope I see you there. Rams Nation says my Thea says always the Cards own my Rams, and I always who won the Super Bowl though? Yeah, yeah. Be nice to her because I was telling you, does she make good food? Okay, Thea, you're right. You're right. But yeah, but let's see here. Let me see what I can do here with my background. Hold on one second, guys. All right, can you guys hear me now? I had to press mute. My lady called me right now. Just let me know if my let's see the mute's off. I think you guys can hear me. Let me see. Settings. Audio. 1 2 1 2. Yep. Okay, good. There we go. Um, Eduardo says, non-round related. What do you think about Lakers trying to get Kyrie? Ugh. If it wasn't for his problems and it was 5 years ago, I love it. I'm just not so sure because with the problems we had with Westbrook, um, man, it just seems like a desperate move that we're trying to do, um, if we do get him, he's a great talent. I don't know if his head is there. That's my issue, but I hope he's going to be. If he does come, I hope he's ready to ball out. In remembrance of because he was great friends with Kobe Bryant. I would love him to ball out. Rams Nation says, yes, we can hear you, good sir. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. I have a mute on my mic, and sometimes I'm like, is it blinking? Because it blinks when it's off. Okay, so thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Jay Money says, I got Stafford in top 5 for sure. Brady, Stafford 2, Mahomes 2, and then 2A. Stafford, Mahomes, or Rodgers and Burrow. That's great picks. I got it just like that. I would say this. I would say you got to put Brady there. He's older. That's that's about right where I would put it. Brady, Stafford, Mahomes, or Stafford, Mahomes, and then Rodgers. Rodgers is in there because he's so great in the regular seasons, but the postseason, he leaves a lot to be desired for some reason the last 10 years. But that's a great list, man. I'm with it. I can see it either way, like you had it there. Jim Fosh says, I wonder how come we never used Brandon Powell in the Super Bowl when everyone was hurt. That was strange. It was desperate times, and we'll still use him. We still didn't use him receiver. That's what I was saying too, Jim. That's a great take. Very surprised that the great Sean McVay didn't use him on some poor man's cheetah plays because he's good and he's got wiggle. He's got good. He can run the ball back great, but you give him some room to run. He's a weapon, but he was so we didn't have really a kick returner. Maybe they were afraid he might get hurt, kick returning. So maybe, but still though, we needed all hands on deck because we needed to win that Super Bowl. So you're right, man. I wondered the same thing. Michael Kenzie says they also said in their lineman live stream that Matt Stafford has proven his elite level QB status after he left Detroit, and he proved it a year later as a Ram, a Super Bowl champion. Yeah, that's right too, because this season was so much pressure for a guy. Imagine so much pressure for any quarterback, and he came through in every 4-0 as a Super Bowl At 4-0 as a Los Angeles Ram QB in the playoffs, right? Amazing. Omar, what's up, brother? Just tuned in. Thank you, brother, for coming in. I appreciate it. Thank you, brother. Rams Nation, that's funny when the Cards always choke, just like the Niners when the playoffs come. Yeah, they were doing so good, and then D-Hop got hurt, and then they melted down, and the Niners, if you believe it or not, because the Cardinals started out so good, the Niners had they were third place record. It was the Cardinals who, remember, we won the division because they lost. They were second place. Imagine, the fans of those teams, but it's the NFL's not an easy place, and unfortunately, I thought they were a year away from being serious contenders, so they surprised me. But now all the Murray talk and D-Hop being gone for 6 games, it kind of wasted another year. We'll see what happens. Jay Money says, I didn't put Josh Allen or Herbert top 5 because they still need to prove more. That's pretty good. When I was looking at your list, I was kind of thinking about that, but I can have them 6 or 7, because the other guys have proven it. So that's exactly right. You're right on tune, brother. Jay Money says Burrow at least made the Super Bowl and beat them Mahomes twice. That's exactly right. That's where I would put them. With that, guys, I'm gonna leave early. My wife called me. She's outside, and we're gonna go take care of some stuff, and then I'll be back. She called me unexpected. You know what you got to do. What do I say? Happy life, happy wife. So I'll be back later on tonight. Hope you guys can come back in. So I apologize, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I love each and every one of you guys. Hopefully I'll see you on later on tonight. What time is it now? It's 9. It's going to be 10. Yeah, probably about an hour and a half. I'll come on for a little bit. Okay, guys. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Let's see. Let's see here. Let me just get these last ones in here. The NFC West is open for the Rams to dominate. The Cards that without Hopkins, the Niners have their problems on their own. And the Seahawks are possibly tanking. That's exactly right. Jim Fox says, Rudy, it was up to you. Who would you prefer as a Santa Clara Niners quarterback this year? Lance? I'd have to put Lance, all that trade draft capital. Ramilia says, much love to you, my guy. Thank you, brother. Man, sorry, Jim. I'm sorry, Jimbo. I don't want to get in the doghouse. I'm probably going to get it a little bit, but thank you, brother. I'll be on a little bit. But thank you, brother. I appreciate it. One Kylie Ram says later, Rudy. Thank you, guys. Denise Jarrett, great show. Thank you, Denise. I'll be back on in about an hour and a half if you can make it. But thank you so much. I appreciate you coming in, Denise. Omar, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Michael, thank you as always, brother. See you later. Jay Money, thank you so much. I'll see you guys in a little bit. And so until later on tonight, as we always say, may Ramilia be with you. And Ramulators, mount up. Eduardo says it hurts. Oh, man, I'll be back in a bit, guys. I'll be back in an hour and a half. I hope I see you guys there. I'm going to get my butt kicked right now. All right, brothers. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Jim Foster. I got. She's done a lot. She's done a lot for me being able to do the show and stuff. So I'll be back, guys. I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you. I appreciate it.